could mean changes for some local 4th of July celebrations. And taking another live look outside, that extreme heat descends upon us today. It is Wednesday, June 27th, 2012.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live at Daybreak on this Wednesday. I'm Susan Kim. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
I'm Vince Petrano. We start, as always, with weather and traffic together. Scott Steele live out at the aforementioned BMO Harris Pavilion on the Summerfest grounds. Hi, Scott.
Hey, good morning, Vinny and Susan. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, opening day of Summerfest 2012. And the weather is going to start up. Well, the microphone is on. Can you not hear me?
All right, Scotty, we'll check back with you in just a moment as we get that microphone situation fixed. But you know what? We have somebody in-house who can help us out with the weather, too.
Yeah, good morning.
Jesse, fill that real quick.
Hey, I'm here just for this
Good so
reason.
far, huh? How are we doing?
You know what? We've got a beautiful start to the morning as far as sky conditions go. It's going to look like a beautiful day, but once you step outside later on, temperatures are going to get a little bit on the steamy side. We're at 60 degrees right now in Milwaukee. The winds very light, but they'll get a bit breezy from the south later on today. Temperatures across southeastern Wisconsin, 52 in West Bend, 59 right now in Racine, 57 in Whitewater as well as Sheboygan. So good morning. High temperature today, 94 degrees. We start the heat wave, Lisa.
Hey, oddly enough, not a lot of people on the roads at this hour. I don't know what the deal is. You think they'd be lining up at Summerfest, but alas, they are not. So anywhere you're going right now, it's fine. No problems out there.
They
All right,
did
Lisa?
that for you, Lisa.
I know.
Yes, thanks
I know.
very much. 5:02 on today's TMJ4. The extreme heat will be sticking around for a few days, and after weeks of little or no rain, we're starting to talk about 4th of July celebrations, and they could end up looking a little different.
Several communities are under a burning ban, and some fireworks displays could be threatened because of the risk. And our Nick Montez is live in Menominee Falls right now with more on this story. Hi, Nick.
Yeah, things are so dry out here that the grass just crumbles right in your hand. Now, some communities are even considering canceling their fireworks show. With the heat and lack of rain, no doubt southeast Wisconsin is dry.
We just drop one sparkler into this dry grass and see how quickly it spreads.
It only took a few seconds for a small sparkler to ignite this grass fire. Because of that, Fond du Lac is considering postponing or even canceling their fireworks show this year because dry conditions are so bad.
We don't want to do that. We are already working on a contingency plan to have extra personnel and extra grass fire vehicles on site so that we can have a safe fireworks.
4th of July is one of the things like we come here for.
Oscar Martinez and his family drove up from Texas hoping to see fireworks in Fond du Lac.
Every year that I've come, it's better and better. Hopefully this year, and they do it, it's a lot better.
And fireworks shows along the lakefront will still take place, and there are burn bans in many communities like right here in Menominee Falls. For a list of those communities, go to our website at today'stmj4.com. On your side in Menominee Falls, Nick Montez for today's TMJ4.
All right, Nick, thanks very much for that information. Milwaukee County pools will be open later today and Thursday because of the coming heat. You can find the exact hours by going to our website, today'stmj4.com.
As we mentioned, today is the day the big gig starts. They open the gates at noon. We've got you covered on all fronts on opening day.
So let's head out to Scott Steele and Melissa McCready. They are at the brand new BMO Harris Pavilion on the Summerfest grounds. Good morning, guys.
Good morning to you. And Susan and Vinny, it looks like it's going to be a terrific day out here. Lots of sunshine on the way. The heat is going to be a big story. We'll talk about that through the morning hours. Our temperatures, Melissa, are going to be going up into the 90s. Good news is for today, opening day, humidity levels will be relatively low, which means that it won't be as uncomfortable. But tomorrow will probably be a little worse, certainly feel a little worse with higher dew points.
And talking 90-degree temperatures, I probably look silly in a sweatshirt. But of course, at these hours, it's a little chilly out here. Now, we are standing this morning at the new BMO Harris Pavilion. We want to show you this is brand new. This spot has seating for 10,000 people, 2,000 seats, 2,000 in the area right by the stage, and then 5,000 spots for people standing by and just wanting to be by the bar and still hear music. We're going to be out here.
And this setting is just spectacular. I mean, if you want to picture it, give you a scene setter. This is where, near the end of where the old Midway rides were, you know, where you take the Ferris wheel or something like that. This is on that side, on the south side of the fairgrounds, and it is just a spectacular new stage.
Absolutely. And the first headliner here at the new BMO Harris Pavilion is the legendary Steve Miller Band. They will take the stage at 10 p.m. The headliner at the Marcus Amphitheater is country super band Rascal Flatts. That show gets going at 7:30. Other big names tonight include Kool and the Gang, Lupe, Fiasco, and Government Mule. Now today, the gates open at noon. You can get them free from noon to 3 if you donate 3 non-perishable food items to the Hunger Task Force. Otherwise, tickets are $7.
And we're going to have plenty of Summerfest information live here all morning long. If you want information about Summerfest, not just what's going on today, but all during the big gig 2012, all you have to do is go to our website, today'stmj4.com, and we'll have all the information and links to all the information as well for all the stages, because we're just covering some of the key headliners. But my goodness, as you well know, there are dozens and dozens of performances out here. So we'll be back from the Summerfest grounds throughout the morning, and I'll have a look at your weather coming up as well.
So right now, let's head on back inside to Vince and Susan. Hi, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Summerfest is turning 45 this year, and there are a lot of memories to be had during that time. We'd like to hear about some of yours from the big gig. Can you leave them on our Facebook pages? We'll try to put some of them on the air, the ones that are interesting.
I read over some of them earlier today. There's some good ones.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought.
Some you can't share on TV?
Oh, the 7 words.
This one time on the rocks
TV.
during the fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of an act.
That was an actual post. You're just making stuff up.
Up next on Live at Daybreak.
Milwaukee is the weekend target of a controversial church from Kansas.
Also ahead, a tragedy in Kenosha County. A 4-year-old boy drowned in the family pool.
This portion of Live at Daybreak is brought to you by 4Lite Window and Door. Whatever you want.
At 4Lite Window and Door, you can get whatever you want from name brand companies.
Like Pella. Right now, get $150 off all Pella windows and $400 off Pella patio doors. Call 4Lite Window and Door today.
Call us now at 462-4444.
This Independence Day, get a total value of $7,500 when you trade up to Sierra with Extended Cab SLE Value Package. With an available 5.3-liter V8 engine with active fuel management, no competitor has better V8 fuel efficiency. Not Ram, not Ford. Celebrate Independence Day with an additional $500 cash back for a total value of $7,500 when you trade up to the Sierra with Extended Cab SLE Value Package. GMC, why just trade in when you can trade up?
For over 60 years, our firm has represented injured people, but our approach is different.
We don't chase clients by shouting slogans or bragging about our $1 million cases. Our focus is our client, the injured person.
Our goal is maximum compensation, a settlement that gives our client the money and respect they deserve.
Remember when lawyers were called counselors because they earned your trust? Let us earn your trust. Let our family help yours.
Clario, Helm, and Bertling, Main Street, Menominee Falls.
It's the Great American RV Show, June 28th through July 8th, limited time only at the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds.
Millions in RV inventory must be sold. New RVs from $10,995.
Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers.
New RV markdowns, show trades, save thousands today.
Prices are dropped for this sale only.
Receive 1-year roadside with every RV purchase and 3.99% APR financing available.
The Great American RV Show at the Wisconsin State Fairgrounds.
Hi, welcome to Nissan's Get What You Want event.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, well this this one over here's got keyless entry, iKey.
Keyless ignition, love it. Love the deal.
And the technology
I know, Bluetooth, Navi, backup camera, everything I want.
It's Nissan's Get What You Want sales event. Get 0% on popular models or a $179 lease on Altima. Event ends July 2nd. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Hurry in to your local Nissan dealer.
Kind of just sell themselves.
Hi, I'm Don Wilson from Borth Wilson. If your bathroom looks like this, then call us for a free no-surprise quote. We can turn your dark, dated bathroom into a peaceful oasis. Our family has over 90 years of bath remodeling experience. Call Borth Wilson today.
Breaking news.
Information you need to know.
Threatening weather.
Sent right to your cell phone. Today's TMJ4 text alerts. Visit today'stmj4.com.
Good morning, everybody. Coming up on just about 10 minutes after 5, and it is great to have you along for the ride here live from Summerfest. I'm Scott Steele, and we have a beautiful scene here from the BMO Harris stage right along the lake, again on the south side of the grounds. This is a spectacular sight to see, and it's going to be awfully nice to see here with the weather as well. Check out the satellite and radar combination and notice that just a few clouds passed through during the overnight hours. Not a big deal by any means, mainly clear skies across the state. And as we take you around the clock so you could plan your day weather-wise, during the 7 a.m. hour, about 67 degrees with plenty of sunshine, lots of sun, and our temperatures soar to near 87 degrees at noon. I think we'll top out in the low to mid 90s, and by 6 this evening, still plenty of sun and about 93 degrees. It's going to be a scorcher, Lisa Manna.
Holy cow, 93 at 6 o'clock?
Down here.
Wow. Yeah. Go find the shade now. Morning drive doing fine out there. As you can see, no delays. Look, I have my little smiley face up. Isn't that great? Are you so dazzled?
Excellent job, Lisa.
Thanks.
11 minutes after 5. Thanks, Lisa. More local news now. A 4-year-old boy in Kenosha County died in the family pool. This happened Tuesday in Bristol when the boy's mother left him in the care of an older sibling for a few minutes. She later found Derek's body in the pool. She and paramedics tried CPR. It was too late. The family released a statement saying, quote, "It was a devastating accident. Our family is grieving the loss. Derek was a beautiful 4-year-old boy who was greatly missed by his family."
A controversial group infamous for protesting at soldiers' funerals is targeting Milwaukee this weekend. Westboro Baptist Church in Kansas is led by Fred Phelps. It's also outspoken against homosexuals. The group plans to demonstrate in front of 7 big churches in Milwaukee. Counter-protests are also being organized.
Blame, specifically, for the destruction that's upon America right now.
I think we have a real opportunity to come out and express what we as people of faith, as people who are members of the Milwaukee community, hold dear.
Now, we are told about a dozen Westboro protesters will make the trip to Milwaukee this weekend. It's now 5:12. Coming up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
Brewers have an opportunity to avoid the sweep against the Reds today. That only happens if you lost your first 2.
That's right, which they did. Last night's low-scoring thriller ended in a late-inning flop.
This portion of Live at Daybreak is brought to you by Guthrie & Fry Water Conditioning.
Have you finally had it with that nasty hard water buildup encircling your bathtub or shower?
Then it's time for you to call your hard water experts for a free water analysis.
Because hard water stinks, literally. So soften up your water supply.
And trust the pros at Guthrie & Fry.
Steinhoffels introduces the new Simmons Beauty Rest collection featuring the True Energy mattress. True Energy uses the revolutionary Simmons Recharge Sleep System with the best in back-supporting coils and the latest in air-cooled memory foam technology, so you get maximum comfort and support on a more breathable mattress. And the True Energy Beauty Rest is backed by Steinhoffels' exclusive 120-night sleep guarantee. So recharge and wake up refreshed with the new Simmons Beauty Rest collection. Now at Steinhoffels. Relax.
There's still a place where each day begins with a smile and sunsets are filled with harmony. A place where nature is revered and you can live in the past or just visit it. Where the arts and crafts, shopping and dining are unique and people matter to each other. Come, experience Greendale for a couple hours or the rest of your life.
The Dodge Grand Caravan is the best-selling and most awarded minivan ever. With Super Stow and Go seats that fold flat into the floor for more room. Best-in-class 283 horsepower V6 and an impressive 25 miles per gallon on the highway. All this, and it's still the most affordable minivan in America. During the Green Tag event, well-qualified customers can buy the 2012 Grand Caravan American Value Package for $239 a month.
The truck ran a red light on Good Hope Road and hit our car at 50 miles an hour. We're lucky to be here. Cannon and Dunphy helped us so much and negotiated a huge settlement for my family.
It won't cost you any more to hire great lawyers. Call Cannon and Dunphy.
Got a wood staining project to do? Finish faster. Introducing Flood One Coat Waterproofing Finish. The wood stain that lets you finish the same day you start. Learn more at flood.com.
And welcome back. Look at this. Gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful sunrise over Meyer Festival Park on the lakefront in Milwaukee, 5:15 on today's TMJ4.
Yeah, we're all celebrating today because Kool in the game. They'll be playing down at Summerfest. They're one of the big acts this evening.
I'll step in for Scott here and throw a pun your way. Kool and the gang will not be cool today.
No, it's going to be hot. Excellent job. Scott would be very proud.
More on the Storm Team forecast in a moment. First now, your 1-minute drill.
I'm Lance Allen with the 1-minute drill. Marco Estrada making his pitch back off the disabled list as the Brewers face the Reds in Cincinnati. The game starts off with a bang. Nyjer Morgan all out. Watch him catch and crash into the fence as the bullpen gate swings open. Great pitching early. Marco Estrada, a career-high 12 strikeouts as he comes off the disabled list. Bronson Arroyo had a no-hitter going into the 8th, but Taylor Green ends it, and the Brewers get 3 runs to tie it up. Strange as John Axford enters in the bottom of 8 and promptly gives up a homer to Drew Stubbs, but still not as bizarre as Aroldis Chapman, who after the final out does 2 somersaults. Bush League. The Reds beat the Brewers 4-3. And Matt Kenseth is leaving Roush Fenway Racing at year's end. The NASCAR star said on his Twitter account that he was thankful to owner Jack Roush for all the opportunities the last 14 years. And Major College Football finally announcing a 4-team playoff system that will begin in 2014. It's about time, in my opinion. For the 1-minute drill, I'm Lance Allen.
All righty, Lancey, thanks very much. How about that loss?
Huh? You can't do somersaults, though. He's right. That's Bush League.
You just win the game. You don't have to worry about that stuff. Really.
Also right. Jesse Ritko with the Storm Team forecast. What do you have, Jess?
A pretty hot day today. We're still stuck.
The problem takes care of itself, right, if you're not terrible.
Separate the two of us, Jess.
Come over there. Oh, can't give you as beautiful of a look as what we had earlier from the Summerfest grounds, but still not a bad start to the morning from our Waukesha Tower cam. You can see some of the colors there, but it is going to be a warm day, and, well, we're talking the start of a heat wave today. At least the humidity won't be quite as bad as what it's going to be for tomorrow, but still, we're going to be talking about temperatures in the 90s. 57 degrees right now in Waukesha. Those winds from the south-southwest, they will stay from the south-southwest all day, so if you think you're going to Summerfest and going to cool off because you're right at the lake, not going to happen today. Really not much cooling in store for any of us. A few clouds passing through, but really we've got high pressure planted in the middle section of the country, and that's just going to keep all of us dry and let that heat wave continue to build. Look at the temperatures right now in Omaha. 80 degrees already at 5:17 in the morning. We're at 62 here in Milwaukee, so you can see the brunt of the heat still a little bit off towards the west. That'll push into our area as we go to tomorrow, as well as the humidity. Those dew points close to 70 degrees even this early in the morning from Sioux Falls all the way down through Oklahoma City. We're still in the 50s as far as dew points go, but it will be a little bit more humid compared to yesterday, and we'll watch that heat wave start to really build for us today. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. It will look very nice. Don't forget that sunscreen because, well, UV index at least a 9 today. And as we go into your Thursday, that heat is going to start to push into our area. The hottest day of the week will be on Thursday before a mini cold front kind of swings on through. Today, though, just watching that warm front bring in the temperatures in the 90s. Again, the humidity won't be quite as bad as tomorrow, but still a warm day. High pressure keeps us dry, and then here comes that cold front as we go into your Thursday. So that's going to really kind of bring away any of those chances for 100-degree temperatures. But with the humidity, it will feel like 100 in many locations. Then a chance for a couple of rain showers in the afternoon, but those are just very spotty chances for us. We'll be watching that really closely, though, of course. For today, 94, again, hot and a little bit breezy at times with that southwesterly wind, no help by the lakefront. For tonight, dropping kind of into the 70s. It is going to be very warm and humid tonight, and that starts us off on a warm and humid note for tomorrow. Warmest day out of the week will be on Thursday, 96 degrees for our high. And then that cold front swings on through, so a little bit cooler, but still very warm for Summerfest on Friday, and warm for the weekend as well, Lisa.
Warm?
Warm.
You're calling it warm?
Back
How about
the 80s,
sweaty hot?
We're going to head out to Scott, who's going to be sweating at Summerfest.
Yes, sweating at Summerfest is exactly right. Not yet, though. Our temperatures starting out here along the lake, generally in the 60s. There are some, as you saw, 50s around the area. But I got to tell you something. This is a spectacular shot. You know I love to say sometimes you just got to pause and show a picture. Well, this one is worth more than 1,000 words. Let's all just say, ah, look at that beautiful sunrise over Lake Michigan that we get to share with you here on Live at Daybreak. as we approach 5:20 in the morning. That sun, while it looks beautiful now and while temperatures are comfortable now, oh, it is going to be baking us later on as it rises higher in the atmosphere. You know, Summerfest organizers are prepared for the intense heat in the first few days. The splash pad will be running, and they'll be adding extra misters this morning at entrances. Plus, if the National Weather Service issues a heat advisory at any point during the festival, the organizers will be ready to lift their ban on allowing us to carry in our water,
which will now include the ability to bring in an enclosed, unopened, clear bottle of water, along with Camelbacks, which are wearable hydration packs, and collapsible water bottles.
Now, those collapsible bottles just need to be empty on their way in. You can also find shade on the grounds at the BMO Harris Pavilion and JoJo's Martini Lounge. It's fun to say JoJo Martini's Lounge, isn't it? Almost as fun to show you the BMO Harris Pavilion here. This is a spectacular, brand spanking new area. You can see a guy back there. He's getting the sign already. He's dusting it off, getting prepared for opening day. It looks like it's going to be a spectacular start to Summerfest, weather-wise as well, albeit just a little hot. But the good news, you guys, once again, it's going to be more the heat instead of the humidity today anyway.
And that thing's all covered, huh, Scott?
What's that?
That new area is all covered?
Oh, well, yeah. So covered for about 5,000 people. The primary seats about 2,500. And then about 5,000 standing area, which is not covered.
That's cool. All right, thanks. All right, morning traffic doing fine out there. No problems on the roadways right now. Take a look at your travel times. You'll see they're all nice and green. And if you are heading down to Summerfest today, there's always that big question of what is the best way to get there. Well, there are a lot of ways to get there, but Freeway Flyers will take you there from park and ride lots for about $6.50 round trip and $3 for kids and seniors. So that's always a great option if you want to avoid trying to find a parking spot.
All right, sounds good, Lisa. Thanks very much. It's 5:22. Up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
Will interest rates go up this weekend for those still paying student loans?
Plus, emergency crews in Colorado are working to stop a firestorm that's being fueled by dry and windy conditions.
If you think this summer's hot, step into International Mini and get 0.9% financing. Get a red-hot $1,500 discount. 0.9 and $1,500 discounts are only at International Mini on Highway 100 in Milwaukee.
Malkin's will floor you during our summer sale. Save big on all hard surface flooring. Products like
hardwood, laminate, vinyl, and ceramic tile.
Malkin's carpets and hard surface flooring, creating raving fans every day.
Hi, this is Dave from Feldco, out and about in Milwaukee, asking folks what they think they can get for just $1.
Nothing. A goldfish? Maybe one diaper.
Can of beans.
A cup of coffee?
Not even.
How about $1 installation on all windows, siding, and doors from Feldco?
Nice. Shut the front door.
That'll work. That's a pretty good deal.
Right now, installation on everything at Feldco is just $1. But hurry, dollar installation won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Make a splash with a new inflatable water park from Mills Fleet Farm. Play water polo, basketball, volleyball, and more. It's all-day fun for $399.99. Get out and enjoy the weather on a new Lakeshore Cruiser bike. Men's and ladies are $149.99 each. Don't let weeds one-up you. Attack them with a new garden sprayer and Roundup Concentrate Plus. Find more deals in our weekly ad. View it anytime at fleetfarm.com.
We love it.
It's America's birthday, and also American Honda's. So we're celebrating with our first ever 4th of July sales event. We've got great deals on quality vehicles, but hurry in, because this party ends soon. Get 0.9% APR financing at your Honda dealer today.
Fortunately, we're able to help thousands of people every year who are injured in auto accidents. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of others that we can't help simply because they don't have auto insurance.
So why take a chance, right? Don't let yourself be victimized a second time if you're injured in an accident. Auto insurance is now required in Wisconsin. It protects you and your loved ones.
You deserve to be protected. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
If you think this summer's hot, step into International Mini and drive a new 2012 Mini Cooper for $249 a month with zero down. Or get your new Mini with 0.9% financing. Only at International Mini on Highway 100 in Milwaukee.
More news now. A firestorm of epic proportion. That's what fire officials in Colorado are calling the Waldo Canyon fire. 65-mile-an-hour winds fanned the flames near Colorado Springs on Tuesday. Multiple homes were engulfed in flames. At least 32,000 people have been evacuated, including cadets at the Air Force Academy. So far, though, there have been no reports of injuries.
It's 5:26. The Senate's top Democrat and Republican say they have reached a deal on student loan rates that would prevent interest rates on college loans from doubling for millions of students beginning this weekend. House Speaker John Boehner has yet to decide whether the deal will be able to pass his Republican-run chamber. It's 5:26 and more ahead here on Live at Daybreak this morning.
An increase in drug-related crime has a local library pushing for additional security.
And Summerfest opens today. I know, hard to believe it's already here. Good morning to you. I'm Melissa McCready. I'll tell you what's new coming up in a live report.
Get breaking news and today's top stories emailed right to your computer. Today's TMJ4 e-News. Go to today'stmj4.com and sign up now.
Let the Milwaukee Art Museum transport you to Paris this summer with its new exhibition, Posters of Paris, Toulouse-Lautrec and his contemporaries. Now through September 9th at the Milwaukee Art Museum. More information at mam.org.
Discount Liquor. When it comes to a family-owned and operated full-service liquor, beer, and wine store with discount prices, there's none better. July 4th is near. Let Discount Liquor help you make your celebration a memorable one. No one rivals Discount Liquor's massive selection of over 8,000 wines, 1,000 beers, and 2,000 different liquors. Their knowledgeable staff is eager to help, and special orders are always available. Discount Liquor is your full-service liquor, beer, and wine store with discount prices. Milwaukee and Waukesha.
It's a fact. Children in your community are going to bed hungry tonight. That's why Kohl's Cares and Hunger Task Force have partnered to create Kohl's Serving Up Supper for Kids. Through this program, kids 18 and under can eat supper this summer at supervised locations like schools, parks, and community centers throughout Milwaukee. We encourage the entire community to join us in finding ways to feed hungry children. To learn how you can help Hunger Task Force and Kohl's Cares fight hunger, log on to hungertaskforce.org. Together, we can all make a difference.
Aggressive styling, a more fuel-efficient turbocharged engine, and a completely redesigned interior. The 2012 C-Class with over 2,000 refinements. It's amazing, inside and out. See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for exceptional offers through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services.
Let the Milwaukee Art Museum transport you to Paris this summer with its new exhibition, Posters of Paris, Toulouse-Lautrec and his contemporaries. Now through September 9th at the Milwaukee Art Museum. More information at mam.org.
When you see news happening, call the team ready to cover it. Standing by at the Today's TMJ4 tip line, 414-963-4444. Presented by Time Warner Cable's Wisconsin On Demand, Channel 411. On your side, from Today's TMJ4.
This is Live at Daybreak.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live at Daybreak this morning. I'm Susan Kim. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'm Vince Vetrano. It is Wednesday. We start with weather and traffic together, and Scott Steele is live out of the BMO Harris Pavilion on the Summerfest grounds this morning. Hi, Scott.
Hey, Vinny and Suze. It's not just any Wednesday. It's opening day of Summerfest, the Big Gig 2012. And check out this beautiful picture from the south end of the park looking northward along the lake. This is a spectacular shot. We are on the south end near the brand spanking new BMO Harris Bank Pavilion. And we're going to be talking much more about that in just a moment. But let's talk much more about the weather today. Your weather word on this Wednesday, surge. Yeah, the temperatures are going to be soaring today, all the way up into the middle 90s. Right now, that we're starting out fairly pleasant at Milwaukee's Mitchell International. It is now bumping up to 62 degrees. And a live look from our tower cam in Port Washington shows the clear skies and some pretty nice colors there as well. Temperatures hanging out in Port in the middle 50s, double nickels there. And across southeastern Wisconsin, 59 in Waukesha, the cool spot 50 in Burlington. It is 61 in Beaver Dam. For the rest of the day today, sunny, breezy, and hot. Our high temperature topping off near 94 degrees. If there's any reprieve, it's the fact that there will not be a lot of humidity out there. That will change, though. Tomorrow gets to be potentially dangerous. We'll talk about that. Have much more live from the Summerfest grounds in just a minute or so. Lisa?
So it's a dry heat. Excellent.
Yes.
All right. Morning drive's doing fine out there. No accidents, no delays on the system. We're good to go.
All right, thank you, Lisa. It is 5:31 on today's TMJ4, and this day has arrived. The big gig starts at noon. Plenty going on for this first day.
So let's head back to Scott Steele, and he's joined by Melissa McCready at the brand new BMO Harris Pavilion on the Summerfest grounds. Hi, guys.
Wow, the view just got a lot better.
Yeah. We're just getting set up here right now. It is a great day, as we mentioned. And Melissa, we are on the south end. Well, I'm creating a shadow over you. I don't want a shadow. We've got beautiful sunrise.
Yes. Oh, it's so nice to be out here. And we are standing in front of the BMO Harris Pavilion. It is set up in the most gorgeous spot right along the lake, so you can see the sunrise this morning and, of course, catch a nice view. Now, today we are talking about the opening of Summerfest. The gates open at noon. And if you want to get in for free, all you need to do is bring 3 non-perishable food items for the Hunger Task Force. Otherwise, tickets still not too expensive, $7 until 4 p.m., $15 after that. Now, as far as the music goes, the headliner at the Marcus Amphitheater is country superband Rascal Flatts. That show gets going at 7:30.
And Melissa, the first headliner at the brand new BMO Harris Pavilion is the legendary Steve Miller Band. It takes the stage at 10 p.m.
Other big names tonight include Kool and the Gang, Lupe, Fiasco, and Government Mule. And we are talking live this morning with Vice President John Bullard. John, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Sorry, now we're casting a shadow on his face, but isn't this sunrise gorgeous?
It is. I mean, what a great way to wake up and start your day, and standing right here on the Summerfest grounds. The sun is coming up, the water looks beautiful, and of course, this new facility is magnificent.
And you know, John, what's amazing about this, it's a little deceptive here because we've got seating under there for 5,000, 2,500 in the actual seats, 2,500 in the bleachers, and then 5,000 standing. So it's deceptive. You can get a pretty big crowd here in just this space.
Yeah, it's a really neat flexible space because on some of those shows that are a little bit more intimate, or maybe the crowd isn't quite as big, you still have got a nice covered area with permanent seats and bleachers with backrest, so it's a real high quality experience. But then for some of the headliners where we're going to draw some bigger numbers, we've got a total venue capacity of about 10,000 here when you combine the standing viewing room and the area under the cover. And for the people that are out here in the standing viewing room area, we've went ahead that extra mile to make sure that we bring in high definition video screens to make sure that everybody, no matter where you are, feel like you have an up close first row seat.
Obviously, this is the first new, or this is one of the biggest new items. Anything else new this year at Summerfest?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think this BMO Harris Pavilion will kind of be the star, as it should be, because there's a lot of effort went in. But throughout the grounds, there's a lot going on. We're welcoming Lucille's Piano Bar, so all the keyboard fans out there.
Love that.
Dueling pianos.
Can we sing along?
You can, and it's request driven, so that'll be a lot of fun. That's right inside our new south gate. We've got our commemorative pavers are being installed, so all the people that bought pavers with custom inscriptions. Let's see here, we're on and on. We've got quite a bit going on, but it's going to be a wonderful 45th anniversary, and there's a lot to look forward to.
Spectacular. And you know, last year we were joining you by the brand new gate. Yeah. Just a little farther over now, the brand new pavilion. It is spectacular here, folks. And we were showing folks construction video of all this going up, and to see the finished product is amazing firsthand. So I hope folks get a chance to get out here.
John, thanks so much for joining us live.
Welcome. Good morning. Glad you're here.
And of course, as John mentioned, all of the new stuff happening here at Summerfest, but there is all of the, I shouldn't say old stuff, but the stuff you're used to, the stuff that you come for every year. So another great Summerfest that is going to get underway in just a few hours.
And Melissa, of course, folks can go to our website, today'stmj4.com, to find not just the headliners, but every piece of information you would want to know for Summerfest, the Big Gig 2012. And we'll be live here all morning long, hopefully not casting a shadow on you. I'm sorry about that. But it's nice that there's sun to cast shadows, right?
Absolutely. Vince, Susan.
Good problem to have. All right, thank you, Scott, Melissa. Summerfest turns 45 this year, and in our last half hour, we were asking folks for their favorite Summerfest memories.
Joan writes, my first year that I went was the year George Carlin was arrested for saying the 7 words that you can't say on TV. What can I say? I was young and impressionable. Keep posting those Big Gig memories on our Facebook page, and we will continue to share them all morning on Live at Daybreak.
The first few days of Summerfest will have to compete with the extreme heat. A lot of communities are rethinking their 4th of July plans because of a fire threat.
Several cities and towns already have burn bans, and some could even cancel their fireworks on the 4th of July. Our Nick Montez live in Menominee Falls now with more on this story. Hi, Nick.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, those bans are in place because conditions out here are just so dry. Like here in Menominee Falls, take a look. You can see the grass just dry and brown. Now, many people just want to play it safe.
4th of July is one of the things like we come here for.
Oscar Martinez and his family are hoping to see fireworks in Fond du Lac, especially after driving all the way from Texas.
I guess every year that I've come, it's better and better. Hopefully this year, and they do it, it's a lot better.
The combination of heat and lack of rain has made southeast Wisconsin very dry. Many communities have a burn ban, and Fond du Lac is considering postponing or canceling their fireworks show.
We don't want to do that. We are already working on a contingency plan to have extra personnel and extra grass fire vehicles on site so that we can have a safe fireworks.
This is what firefighters are afraid of, a small sparkler igniting a larger fire only in seconds. Some cities are using preventative measures by watering the grass at firework launch sites.
You really have to, give it and try to green it up, but the time to do that is ahead of the 4th of July. So if you're going to have a party on
Now, some cities will be monitoring those dry conditions and will make a decision about their fireworks show as we get closer to the holiday. Now, cities that hold shows over the lakefront or the water will continue to have those shows. On your side of Menominee Falls, Nick Montes for today's TMJ4.
There's only a few of them left, but the ones that are alive, I have a very strong bond with them. We know what we went through, and we know what we meant to each other.
That's one day in their life they'll never forget. That's what it's all about.
Well, I feel like a king.
For tickets, visit starsandstripeshonorflight.org.
I'll go East Coast for the Philly cheesesteak omelet.
No.
Let's go to the Heartland for the Midwestern meat and potato sandwich. Wait, yeah.
Try the 7 regionally inspired dishes of the Tour of America menu, only at Denny's.
They are lovable, but dogs will be dogs, and you end up with a mess all over your vehicle's carpet, unless you have WeatherTech floor liners. WeatherTech liners are laser measured to custom fit and perfectly protect your specific make and model, front, back, even up the sides. Dirt and spills stay in the liner until you wash them away. Order your WeatherTech floor liners at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. Complete protection, completely American-made. Order your WeatherTech protection today at WeatherTech.com.
So with Dish's new hopper, now we can record 6 shows at the same time. See? My show's recording.
So's mine.
So's mine.
So's mine. So's mine.
Congratulations. Now you can start cooking, cleaning, leaving, and jogging.
I really don't have to leave, do I? I'm certainly not going jogging.
Dish introduces the Hopper, a whole home HD DVR that lets you record up to 6 shows at once and play them back in any room. And it's free when you sign up for Dish.
With the 200 horsepower turbocharged TSI engine, power sliding panoramic sunroof, the versatility of an SUV, and a top safety pick, the 2012 Tiguan doesn't just stand out from the competition, it blows right by. That's the power of German engineering. Right now, lease the 2012 Tiguan for $229 a month. Visit VWDealer.com today.
Find hot deals during the Menards Summer Sale. Organize and protect your mowers, garden tools, wheelbarrows, and more with an Aero storage building. They're durable and easy to assemble. The 10 by 8 foot Hamlet is $274. Update your home and save on energy costs with Geldwin windows and patio doors. They feature low-E insulated glass, including Energy Star rated models. All special order Geldwin windows and patio doors are 18% off.
Save big money at Menards.
5:41 this Wednesday morning, opening day of Summerfest 2012. The big gig, it is great. We're having a fun time meeting and greeting and saying hi to friends new and old out here this morning. And we're standing in front of the BMO Harris Pavilion, and it is a spectacular sight. This is the brand new feature that they've unveiled. What is it? I think something like $35 million on the way to completion. Let's start you off with a look at the satellite and radar combination across the Badger State. Nothing but clear skies around here right now. Now, we did have just a couple patchy clouds rolling through from central into southeastern Wisconsin. Not a big deal at all. And as we take you around the clock so you can plan your day weather-wise, we start out at 7 a.m. with bright sunshine. Our temperature near 67 degrees. Get ready to soar. Our temperatures will bake us at noon. Near 87 degrees. We'll rise to near 94 for a high and see 93 at 6 this evening with plenty of sun. Vinny again, and I'll mention this all morning long, I think the main concern for the heat and humidity will be tomorrow. Today, just simply the heat. Temperatures in the 90s will feel hot, but at least dew points will be relatively low.
Well, you certainly are helping us be prepared, Scott. Thanks very much. More local news now. Criminal charges will not be filed against Mount Pleasant Police Chief Tim Zarzecki. He was arrested last month after a dispute with his wife. The DA says there's no evidence of criminal conduct. More local news now. Authorities are investigating a new complaint against a Big Brothers Big Sisters volunteer in Lake Geneva. The Walworth County Sheriff says a second person has accused Rodney Moyler of assaulting him. Earlier, an 11-year-old boy said he assaulted him several times. Also, the sheriff told us that Myler is in the hospital, but he would not say why. 5:43 coming up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
Why a local library wants to beef up security.
Plus a message of hope from a local father who suffered the ultimate heartbreak.
Take the relaxing shortcut across Lake Michigan aboard the SS Badger car ferry. 2 adults in a car, just $1.99 one way. Book now at ssbadger.com.
If you think this summer is hot, step into International Infiniti and find the hottest offers anywhere. Drive a new 2012 Infiniti G25X for just $299 a month. Or get your new Infiniti with 1.9% financing for 60 months. Plus, the all-new 2013 JX35 is in stock for delivery today. Service is paramount and price is never an issue. At International Infiniti on Highway 18 in Waukesha.
When it comes to spine and brain disorders, epilepsy, and other conditions affecting the nervous system, trust Dr. Shaker Dagum, an experienced Mayo-trained neurosurgeon.
I'm Dr. Dagum. Our patients are our entire focus. We take time to discuss all options, starting with conservative treatments, and opt for surgery only as a last resort.
As a physician myself, I felt that we had to find the best surgeon for my son. We chose Dr. Dagum. He has the compassion and the expertise.
For advanced, results-oriented care for the brain and spine, trust Dr. Shaker Dagum.
At Full Light Window and Door, you can get whatever you want from name brand companies.
Like Pella. Right now, get $150 off all Pella windows and $400 off Pella patio doors. Call 4 Light Window and Door today.
Call us now at 462-4444.
Right now at American, get 35 to 70% off everything in furniture, $4.99 and up, including mattresses. Not just a few items or brands. 35% off or more on our entire furniture selection. This 5-piece room group was $15.79, now just $8.95. Save $684. This contemporary bedroom set was $15.99, now $8.95. Save over $700. 35 to 70% off everything in furniture and mattresses at American.
When the competition saw the success of the Acura MDX, they tried to copy it. But they don't have super handling all-wheel drive, as well as standard Bluetooth connectivity, leather, rear-view camera, and a 2012 Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award. So while we're flattered, an imitation is still just an imitation. The one and only MDX.
Visit Acura of Brookfield. Luxury, intelligently priced.
Take the relaxing shortcut across Lake Michigan aboard the SS Badger car ferry. 2 adults and a car, just $1.99 one way. Book now at ssbadger.com.
More fun!
Welcome back, everyone. There's no greater pain than losing a child.
And now, Waukesha County man hoping to spare others that fate through his daughter's memory. Carol Meekins has his story.
Because her story is a powerful one, and that story really is that this tragedy can happen to anybody.
Paul Raditz of Heartland talks about the unthinkable, the loss of his only daughter. Allie Raditz died at the age of 18, February of 2009.
She taught Sunday school. She was on 2 scholarships at school, academic scholarships. She made friends so easily.
But the voice of this beautiful straight-A student was silenced forever. While attending a party, she took a painkiller with beer and never woke up.
This can and will happen to a certain amount of kids that dabble. And you just don't know. It could be yours, and it's not worth the risk.
Today, Raditz works to spare other parents his heartbreak. Paul Raditz is on the speaker circuit of Your Choice Live. He's one of several volunteer parents who travel throughout the area warning families about the dangers of mixing alcohol and drugs. And now this salesman and father takes solace in memories of a daughter's beautiful smile and warm laugh, a young co-ed who won the hearts of everyone she met.
She made friends so easily. And I think that's what people remember most about her, is that she always had a smile. She was a consummate salesperson.
Raditz hopes his story reminds young people not to let the wrong choice become the last choice.
Always want to keep Allie in my heart, but by sharing her story with other people, really keeps Allie alive in the community and in the lives of others.
Carol Meekins, today's TMJ4.
Carol, thank you very much. Your Choice Live is sponsored by the Addiction Resource Council of Waukesha. We have more information at the links section of today's TMJ4.com.
It's 5:48. More local news now. An increase in drug-related crime has a local library pushing for additional security. Administrators at the Waukesha Public Library are asking for nearly $8,000 in city money to staff summer security guards. Police told us drug use is on the rise in the city and sometimes filters into the library. The city's finance committee approved that request. The library usually has security staffed more than 9 months out of the year.
It's now 5:48. Let's head over to Scott Steele. He is out at Summerfest today.
Instead, we're going to talk to Jesse first.
Because I have to be the bearer of the heat wave that's on the way. You know, not everybody's headed out to Summerfest today. A lot of folks with the temperatures in the 90s and, well, a lot of sunshine, they're headed to the beach. Very high on the UV index scale, though, 9.0 on a 12-point scale. So don't forget the sunscreen, and, of course, make sure you stay hydrated. When we're talking temperatures in the 90s, you just have to do what you can to stay cool and keep yourself healthy. We have clear skies right now over Port Washington, just a really few clouds up there, but overall, most of us just going to be looking at plentiful sunshine. Don't forget the shades. Don't forget the hats. Right now, we've got high pressure. That's keeping us dry. That's keeping the clouds away as well. That's going to bring around a southwesterly wind today, so it's going to start to bring in some of those warmer temperatures. And really, right now, we're not quite into the main bubble of this heat wave just yet. That's where Omaha is. 80 degrees right now, 70s all the way down through Oklahoma City, and it's not even 6 a.m. yet. So very warm air in the middle section of the country. That's that's going to move on top of us as we go into tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the hottest day, but today still a hot one. 60 degrees right now in Milwaukee. The dew points in the 50s today. I think we'll get into the 60s, but really won't be completely uncomfortable where the uncomfortable heat and humidity is. Again, still from basically the Dakotas all the way down through Oklahoma. That heat and humidity is going to start to push into our forecast as we go into your Thursday. So for today, that warm front swings on through. That bumps our temperatures up again into the 90s today, and still have that southwesterly wind, which means if you are headed to Summerfest or to the lake, just not going to get any relief even at the lakefront from this heat. And tomorrow we crank on the humidity before a cold front swings through. That gives us about a 20 to 30% chance of an afternoon shower. Will not be a washout, but just something to keep in mind, and really not looking at the severe potential either. So any shower or thunderstorm that develops tomorrow just should be run of the mill. Nothing too much to worry about except for the heat. It could be closer to heat indices in the hundreds tomorrow, so it'll feel like that, but we won't quite get there today. We won't have quite the humidity. It will be a little bit on the breezy side tonight. Still very warm and muggy. 75 degrees for our overnight low, and for tomorrow, Thursday, warmest day if you're headed to Summerfest, 96 degrees. The humidity will be there for sure. And then even as we go into Friday, after that slight chance for an isolated shower in the afternoon on Thursday, we're going to be looking at temperatures staying in the 90s even as we head into Saturday. So Scott, hope you put on the sunscreen, and hope you put on the deodorant this morning too.
Yeah, Jess, absolutely. Sunscreen, very important. Staying hydrated, very important, as you mentioned. I guess our saving grace and the reprieve for today will be the fact that dew points remaining generally in the 50s to near 60 degrees, which means that it shouldn't be terribly uncomfortable other than just the plain hot air that'll be around here. Now, Summerfest organizers are prepared for the intense heat in the first few days. The splash pad will be running. They'll be adding extra misters this morning at entrances. Plus, if our colleagues at the National Weather Service issue a heat advisory at any point during the festival, organizers will lift their ban on carrying in water and containers so you can keep yourself hydrated as well. Looks like it's going to be a very pleasant day out here. It's going to be the middle part of the afternoon where we reach the peak heating of the day, and our temperatures rising into the 90s into the early evening. So that'll be probably the worst of it. Lisa Manna, the air conditioners in the vehicles will be going. It's a good thing I just got mine fixed.
Nice. Yeah, the windows rolled down is not going to help out today. Morning drive doing fine. We don't have any accidents on the system. I know you see this like little slowdown here on 41 by Miller Park, but that's not really there. It's faking you out. You like that? Travel times look real good. If you are going to Summerfest today, you're probably wondering, okay, what are the best ways to get there? One really good way is the Freeway Flyer. You take that from the Park and Ride lots, and it's $6.50 round trip. That's a great deal. You're really going to save money there. And then just $3 for kids and seniors.
Much, Lisa.
Hey, it's 5:52 on today's TMJ4. If you're staying in tonight, here's tonight's primetime lineup.
Starts at 7 with Olympic swimming trials. That's followed by America's Got Talent at 8.
Then at 10, a quiet life in one suburban community is being interrupted. Why are drivers treating a county road like an interstate? Speedbusters is on your side tonight at 10 on today's TMJ4.
And as we go to break, a live look at the new BMO Harris Pavilion, looking gorgeous against that blue sky. It's very pleasant to start your day. The Steve Miller Band inaugurating things tonight at the BMO Harris Pavilion.
Live at Daybreak is brought to you by Bell's Dairy Sendix Food Markets. All the savings, twice the service.
Sendix is proud to introduce our new Black Angus beef. Our beef comes from cattle raised and grazed right here in the Midwest, America's heartland. The consistently tender and delicious taste of Black Angus beef make it the gold standard of beef, the standard you expect from Sendix. There are 3 labels to choose from: natural, reserve, and gold. Read more about our 3-tier program and our never-ever promise at sendixbeef.com. When you see the red bag, you know it's quality.
Imagine if you could simplify one aspect of your life. Imagine not having to deal with the hassles of glasses or contact lenses ever again.
Imagine no more. I'm Dr. Martha J. At Lakeshore Eye Care Professionals, we can simplify your life in less than 20 minutes with eye LASIK. This amazing blade-free procedure is safe, quick, and precise.
Join the thousands taking advantage of the technology and expertise at Lakeshore Eye Care Professionals. Set up your personalized screening exam to see if eye LASIK is an option for you. Learn more at lakeshorevision.com.
More
more people choose Ashley Furniture Home Store.
With the great value at Ashley Furniture Home Store, it only looks like I have expensive taste.
At Ashley Furniture Home Store's Freedom to Choose event, now's the time to bring home the style you deserve. Get 10, 15, up to 20% off store-wide, or up to 60 months no interest. Take up to 20% off your choice of living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms. At our Freedom to Choose event, the choice is easy. Hurry to Ashley Furniture Home Store, the #1 name in furniture.
Toyota vehicles just get...
Wisconsin, we lead the entire nation in paper industry jobs. But China, they lead the world in cheating. And it's costing us jobs in Wisconsin. So I brought Democrats and Republicans together to put sanctions on China now and punish them for making billions breaking trade rules. I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message. Because when the rules are fair, Wisconsin workers will come out ahead.
Tammy Baldwin, standing up for what's right.
Homicide of young people in America has an impact on all of us. How can we save these young people's lives? As a police chief, I have an opportunity to affect what happens in a major city. If you want to make a difference, you have to have the right education. University of Phoenix opened the door. My name is James Craig. I'm committed to making a difference, and I am a Phoenix.
Visit phoenix.edu to find the program that's right for you. Enroll now.
It's a weather forecast when you need it. Up to the minute and free. My Personal Forecast. Sign up now at today'stmj4.com. Brought to you by McCoy Contractors.
More news now. It has been talked about for years, and now it looks as if it's finally going to happen.
A committee of conference commissioners and university presidents approved a plan for a 4-team college football playoff. Kurt Gregory reports.
It's college football's version of the Final Four. Starting in 2014, college football will finally have a long-awaited playoff system. 4 teams making up 2 semifinal games, the winners advancing to the championship.
I think it's a win-win for everyone. I think it's a win for intercollegiate athletics and our fans and our student athletes.
After years of controversy over the selection process, sports fans have long called for a playoff system to determine the national champion. Since 1998, the Bowl Championship Series, or BCS, has matched the #1 and #2 teams to play in the championship game. Now the top 4 teams will be selected by committee to go head-to-head in the newly formed playoff. Commissioners are defending their decision to keep the playoff limited to 4 teams.
I think that the physical wear and tear on players is significant at this level.
So what happens to your favorite holiday bowl games? They stay intact. The semifinal games will rotate each year among 6 bowl games.
It's a 12-year deal. We do not know, we just don't know the rotation yet. That still has to be worked out.
Years in the making, a college football playoff is finally set to kick off in just 2 seasons. Kurt Gregory, NBC News.
Kurt, thanks very much. Singers. Well, we got a story about singers coming up here. Chris Brown and Drake have been offered money to fight each other. A gym owner says he will pay the entertainers $1 million each to get in the ring. The two made news recently when they got into a scuffle at a New York nightclub. Money raised in the event would be donated to charity. So that's just a play on the fact that Chris Brown has had some run-ins himself.
I guess. Can you just call on any people, any random people to fight? I would like this person and this person to fight. Here's the money. Right?
Right? I mean, if they agree to it,
Fight.
people watch.
Right.
Here's what's next on Live at Daybreak.
And good morning, I'm Nick Montes live in Menominee Falls. Conditions are so dry out here, some communities are considering canceling their fireworks show. I'll have that story coming up.
Thanks, Nick. To beat the extreme heat, some county pools will be open longer for a few days.
And Summerfest opens in just a few hours. Good morning to you. I'm Melissa McCready. I'll help set the scene for you coming up in a live report.
On your side from today's TMJ4.
This is Live at Daybreak.
5:59 a.m. Morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us here on Live at Daybreak. I'm Vince Vitrano.
And I'm Susan Kim. Let's get straight to your weather and traffic together as we get going on this first day of Summerfest. And that's where our Scott Steele is this morning. Hi, Scott.
Good morning, Susan and Vinny, and happy Wednesday, everybody. We are live from the Summerfest grounds. The big gig kicks off 2012 this afternoon, and weather, well, looks like it's going to be okay for today. We're going to be talking with Don Smiley, who may be kicking me in the shins about tomorrow. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, let's get a look at your weather word for today, which is surge. Yeah, temperatures are going to be soaring today. Our readings rising in a big way later on, but right now a very pleasant 60-degree reading at Milwaukee's Mitchell International. Let me take you to a live picture from Waukesha, where the temperature now 57 degrees. The winds are gentle out of the south, and those winds will start picking up out of the southwest, which will help to boost our temperatures in a big way as we approach this afternoon. Across southeastern Wisconsin right now, in Burlington, 46 degrees. Our temperatures have dropped a little bit in the last hour or so, 51 in Lake Geneva. For today will be sunny, breezy, and hot. Our high temperatures up to near 94 degrees, but the good news is the dew points will be in the 50s, which, believe it or not, will actually be a saving grace with temperatures in the 90s. The dew points in the 50s will actually make things not terribly uncomfortable, Lisa Manna, although you still probably don't want to wear like your fleece or your flannel or anything like that.
I don't need those today. I'm always cold, so I don't know. I might bring it just in case. Morning drive doing fine. No accidents or delays on the system.
All right, Lisa, thanks.
It's 6:01 on today's TMJ4. As we've been talking about the extreme heat for a few days, and that follows weeks with almost no rain. Could mean changes for your 4th of July celebrations.
Yeah, some places are already under a burn ban, and fireworks displays are in jeopardy. Our Nick Montez is live in Menominee Falls now with more on this story. Hi, Nick.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, things are so dry out here. The grass just kind of crumbles in your hand. A lot of communities are considering canceling their fireworks shows. With the heat and lack of rain, no doubt southeast Wisconsin is dry.
We just dropped one sparkler into this dry grass and see how quickly it spreads.
It only took a few seconds for a small sparkler to ignite this grass fire. Because of that, Fond du Lac is considering postponing or even canceling their fireworks show this year because dry conditions are so bad.
We don't want to do that. We are already working on a contingency plan to have extra personnel and extra grass fire vehicles on site, so that we can have a safe fireworks.
4th of July is one of the things like we come here for.
Oscar Martinez and his family drove up from Texas hoping to see fireworks in Fond du Lac.
Every year that I've come, it's better and better. Hopefully this year, and they do it, it's a lot better.
And fireworks shows along the lakefront will still take place. There are burn bans in many communities like Menominee Falls. For a list of those, go to our website at today'stmj4.com. On your side in Menominee Falls, Nick Montez for today's TMJ4.
Good information, Nick. Thank you very much. Milwaukee County pools will be open later today and tomorrow because of the heat. You can find the exact hours by going to our website, today'stmj4.com.
4-year-old little boy in Kenosha County died tragically in the family pool. This happened just before noon on Tuesday. The boy's mother left him in the care of an older sibling for a few minutes. She went back looking for little Derek and found him in the pool. She began CPR. Rescue crews made their way. They tried for another 30 minutes, but it was just too late. Family released a statement saying, quote, "It was a devastating accident. The family is grieving their loss. Derek was a beautiful 4-year-old boy who was greatly missed by his family." Criminal charges will not be filed against Mount Pleasant Police Chief Tim Zarzecki. He was arrested last month after a dispute with his wife. District Attorney said there is no evidence of criminal conduct. Today's TMJ4 Rock Summerfest at 6:03. 45th edition of the Big Gig gets underway in just a matter of hours.
11 days, 700 bands. It has something for everyone. Our Scott Steele and Melissa McCready are there live for us this morning with a very special guest. Hi, guys.
What an assignment, right?
I know. And a gorgeous morning. It's going to be a beautiful day out here on the Summerfest grounds. Not only that, we are standing in front of the new BMO Harris Pavilion, and you need to check it out. This is a cool spot. It's permanent. It's right along the lake. And wouldn't you say it's just a fabulous spot to be?
It's a terrific addition. I mean, I think this may be my favorite new stage. Last year, of course, they added the brand new entrance on the south end. this is the next phase of that, and we're going to talk with Summerfest CEO in just a moment about that. But Melissa, today we kick things off with just some great performances.
Yes, and the gates open at noon. If you want to get in for free, you can from noon to 3 if you donate 3 non-perishable food items for the Hunger Task Force. Otherwise, tickets are $9 until 4 p.m. and $16 after that.
And the first headliner right here at the new BMO Harris Pavilion is the legendary Steve Miller Band. It takes the stage tonight at 10 p.m.
The headliner at the Marcus Amphitheater is the country super band Rascal Flatts. That show gets going at 7:30 tonight. Other big names include Kool and the Gang, Lupe, Fiasco, and Government Mule.
And the aforementioned, appropriately named, Don Smiley, CEO of Summerfest, is joining us right here live on today's TMJ4, live at daybreak. It is great to see you, and yeah, you're not going to kick me about the weather?
No, I think it's going to be fine. I mean, I think people have to use their own common sense and dress appropriately, drink a lot of water, seek shade, find a good band, and chill as much as they can.
I think, Melissa, even in the cool temperatures, people need to dress appropriately out here. This is great people watching, right?
Yeah, it sure is. Absolutely. It's world class. You know, it's our 45th anniversary, so we're very excited about that. We've been planning since last August, and now it's time to execute the plan. So we're putting the final touches on everything. We'll be ready to open at noon, and we're very excited about that.
And Don, what's the mood this year with it being the 45th anniversry? What would you say the mood is?
Well, the mood's very exciting because of all the work that's gone on in those 45 years. I mean, there's a lot of people to thank. All of the Milwaukeeans and people from around Wisconsin and the Midwest that have supported Summerfest over the years. All the board of directors that have served, all the past executive directors, they've all contributed something to 45 years of success. And it's very important to take care of these events because they can go away. Music festivals come and go throughout the country, and the staying power that Summerfest has shown over the years is just extraordinary, and there are many people to thank for that success.
Before we let you go, what do you attribute that staying power to first? And secondly, how do you keep it fresh every year?
Well, I think you keep it fresh by building new buildings and new stages, and I think when you build new things and people walk in and they see that you're putting the effort in, that they have a good time and that they take pride in what is theirs here in Milwaukee, right on the lakefront. I mean, I've been blessed to be able to travel around a little bit, and I've just never seen anything like this. We're very fortunate in Milwaukee and Wisconsin to have this, along with the ethnic festivals and all the other events that occur on these grounds.
Don Smiley, Summerfest CEO, joining us live on Live at Daybreak, opening day. Melissa, we are proud to have this ownership of Summerfest right here in Milwaukee.
Absolutely, and Don said it all, being here along the lakefront, and it's nice that we actually embrace it and take advantage of it. Well, we will be out here all morning long, bringing you the very latest from Summerfest as day one begins in just a few hours. Vince and Susan.
All right, guys, thanks very much. It looks like a beautiful morning out here. We have more Summerfest info coming up later, and for all the big news about the big gig, check out today'stmj4.com/Summerfest.